Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about subtle signs a woman is checking you out. So basically, how can you tell the subtle clues that a woman is interested in you? You know, that she likes you, that she may be thinking about dating you or wants to date you or is hoping that you will ask her out, right? So how can you tell these things if the signs are subtle? Because it's very unlikely if a woman likes you, especially if she's a little bit shy, it's very unlikely that she's just going to flat out come up to you and say, I like you. Now, that's not unknown. Sometimes that can happen, right? Right? That's not completely unknown. But most of the time, like I would say like 98 maybe percent of the time, a woman who likes you is probably not going to come up and flat out say it. What she'll do is she'll give you subtle clues that she likes you and hopes that you will read between the lines and ask her out, okay? So what are these subtle signs? So the first sign is that she wants to get physically close to you, right? So this is especially good if you know this woman in person, right? So if you go to school with them or if you work with them, you know them in some kind of outside environment, maybe like it's a mutual friend or something like that. If she likes you, she will want to be close to you, physically close to you, right? This could be mean that she's, when you're talking to her, she's really up in your space, right? And what you need to keep in mind about that is that, because sometimes there are just women out there and there are guys out there as well that don't really have that much spatial awareness. So they might just be one of those people that's just really intense and likes to be really close to people. But if she's only doing that for you, then that's a really good sign that you're the one that she likes, right? If you can tell when she's talking to other people, she's kind of there's more distance between them, but when she's talking to you, she's nice and close, right? And it also could be if she's sitting next to you, she might be really close, like her leg might be bumping your leg and things like that. But if she's trying to get close to you as possible, it's a huge sign that she likes you and she wants to be around you and she's attracted to you, right? She's attracted to you so much, basically, that she just wants to be as close to you as possible. And so that's a really, really good sign, right? But it can be subtle. Sometimes you can miss that, right? Sometimes you can just mistakenly think, oh yeah, maybe she's just one of those people that just likes to get up really close when they're talking, right? But if she's only doing it for you, then it probably is only for you, and it's probably because she likes you, okay? So another subtle sign that a woman is checking you out is if her friends ask you questions. So sometimes what a woman will do is she will get her friends to come over to you and fish information out of you. Like, they may come up to you and ask you questions like, oh, do you have a girlfriend? And or what do you think about the girl that likes you? They'll be asking you things like that. Oh, what do you think about Sandra? Things like that, right? And if you ever get asked a question like that, you should say something like, "Oh, well, she should come and ask me herself." Right? That's what you should say. Because that's quite a nice, fun, playful thing. Because you don't want to give the game away too much. You kind of want to play it cool to begin with, right? You don't want to flat out say, "Oh yeah, I think she's really hot. I think she's beautiful. I really, really like her." What you want to do is add a bit of mystery to that. Because that's not for their ears anyway. That's none of their business. That's sure it's her friends, but it's still none of their business, right? If you like this girl, right, and her friends are coming up to you and saying, "Oh, what do you think about her? Do you really like her? What do you think she's pretty? Do you think she's attractive?" You can say, "Well, I think she should come and ask me herself those questions," right? And then just kind of have a playful smile while you're saying those things, right? And just kind of turn it into a bit of a joke, bring a bit of banter to it, right? So yeah, that's a really important thing to do as well. So if your friends are questioning you, asking you things, trying to fish information about you, then that's a good sign that she has sent them over, right? Because she likes you and she wants to know those things, but perhaps she's too shy to ask herself, right? Okay. So another subtle sign that a woman is checking you out is that she initiates conversations with you. So if you get a text from her that's like, "Hey, how are you?" Right, that's a good sign. If she's trying to, and also if she comes up to you and starts a conversation with you, that's also another good sign that she really likes you, okay? Right, you need to pay attention to that because sometimes some guys, they miss these clues, right? They think, oh, she's just chatting to me, right? She's just reaching out because she's chatting to me. But if she's doing that, there's a high chance that she actually really does like you, right? Just because she's not flat out texting you saying, "I have a crush on you," she's not flat out saying, "I want to date you," doesn't mean that she doesn't actually want to do those things. She may just be trying to break the ice by saying something like, "Hey, how are you? What have you been up to?" And she's asking you questions, right? And if she's trying to prolong the conversation, that's really good. especially if she's not asking for other things. Because maybe if you work together or you go to school together, she may, reach out to you and be like, hey, how are you? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. And she says, oh, do you have, I'm reaching out because I need the notes from today because I was sick, or something like that. Like if she's asking you for something, then maybe you need to take that with a little bit more of a pinch of salt. If you work together, she may be like saying, oh, can you send this email to our boss or something like that. Like if she's doing things like that, then it sounds like a little bit more businessy, and you need to take that with a pinch of salt. But if she's just talking about you, if she's just trying to find out information about you, she's asking you about what kind of movies you like, what kind of TV shows do you watch, right? If she's asking you those things, that's a really positive sign that she likes you, and she's trying to prolong the conversation. So the best thing for you to do is when a woman's talking to you like that and she's asking you personal questions about you, inquiring about you, how you are doing, what you've been up to, asking about your life and what you like and what you dislike, the best thing to say is like, well, it's been really good chatting to you. We should, have a catch up outside of work or outside of school. When are you available to do that? Right? We should go for a drink. We should go for a coffee. We should go for, a meal out or something like that. Right? That's what you should ask her if you're interested in her. Yeah, so you can get the ball rolling, because there's no point just chit-chatting online all the time and just waiting for her to make the move. Make the move. If you like her and you think she likes you too, make the move. Make your plans to meet out, right, and go on a date with each other and spend time together. Because if she likes you, she'll say yes, and if she doesn't like you, she'll just say no. And if you feel like if you did actually misread the signs there. Right? If you misread the signs and you thought that she liked you when she didn't, she'll just say, oh, no, thanks, I'm not interested. Or she'll just say something else like, oh, I just see you as a friend or whatever. Right? She'll come up with like some kind of excuse, and she won't want to see you. But at least then you shot your shot, right? And you got on with it instead of wasting time focusing on a girl, chatting to a girl. Your emotions are building up and you're feeling more strongly towards her, right? When she's not actually interested in you in the first place, but it's so you don't want to waste any time. Like if you feel like she likes you and she's reaching out to you and it's going well, you should just ask her out on a date, ask her when she's available to hang out with you, right? Because if she likes you, she'll say yes. If she doesn't, she'll say no, and that's fine as well, right? Because then you can move on to someone else, okay? And you're not wasting your time, right? It's a terrible idea to waste months, even weeks, actually, months, years, weeks on of your life on a girl that's not interested, right? So it's a good idea to find out if she's in or if she's out, right? And the best way to do that is to ask her out, okay? So if she's initiating conversations with you, that's a huge sign that she's interested in you, okay? So another subtle sign that a woman is checking you out is she acts differently around you and treats you differently. So I've already touched on this a little bit when I was talking about physical closeness, right? She's physically close to you and she's only doing that towards you, then that's a good sign that she likes you, right? So it could be other things as well. Perhaps like when you two are around each other, perhaps there's like a lot of banter and she's bantering with you. Perhaps she like pushes your shoulder a little bit when you're like joking and kidding around, right? And she's only doing that to you, right? Then that's a good sign that she likes you. And if she also treats you differently, like if she treats you extra nice than anyone else she's working with, that's also, or going to school with, in whatever environment her in, then that's another huge sign that she likes you. If she's being extra nice to you, if she's being extra flirty with you and not anyone else, that's a huge sign that she likes you. So if she's treating you differently, if she's treating you any differently than the other guys that she's working with or she goes to school with, then that's a huge sign that she likes you, okay? So another subtle sign a woman is checking you out is obviously her body language, right? One of the cues that you sometimes see with women is, she will be facing towards you. Her knees and her feet will be facing towards you, right? It may not be all the time, but especially if you're talking or you're like maybe like you're in a group of people and you're sort of like chatting and stuff, she'll be totally focused on you. She may even be like right next to you as well. Whenever you speak, she like really pays attention as well. Like it's like almost like when you're speaking, it's almost like there's no one else in the room and she is just totally focused on what you're saying, right? Especially if you're in a group and you're kind of like all talking at the same time, and then you suddenly say something, she's like, her head just turns towards you and wants to hear what you have to say, essentially. Obviously, there's other subtle clues as well. Like the huge ones with like girls fiddling with their hair. She might, if you're out to coffee with her or she's got a coffee cup in her hand, she might be fiddling with the packaging of the coffee cup. you know, things like that. Obviously, you know, she may like look down like that and kind of like look at you again when you're speaking to her, you know, kind of things like that, right? Obviously, those are huge like body language cues that a woman is flirting with you and things like that. So, you know, if you get like a good range of these, like all of them, you might not get all of them, but if there's like a good few of these things, because I think I mentioned 5 here. So if you notice like with her body language, or like her friends ask you questions and she initiates conversations with you, if you get like 3 out of these 5 things, then it's a huge sign that she likes you, and you should probably ask her out and basically find out if your suspicions are correct and that she likes you. Because if she likes you, she's really into you, she will say yes about going out with you. Okay, she will. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.